Okay guys, welcome back to the supplement review. Now this week we are going to be looking at this. Now this is the new blood pressure and ECG monitor from the guys at the Blood Lab. Now if you're anything like me, you're probably guilty of sacrificing overall health considerations for considerations of performance or of making progress towards your goals. Now I know I'm far more aware of what my PRs are and what my progress is in the gym than I am of the overall state of my health. Cardiac health is something that's becoming more and more of a visible issue, certainly locally when we've had issues with Rick over the last few months, and globally where we've seen issues with football players, and especially in the bodybuilding world. It seems like every other week I'm getting a notification for somebody who's had a heart attack or somebody who's died from heart problems. So it's great timing from the guys at the Blood Lab to bring out this. Now this is a blood pressure monitor that connects to your phone via Bluetooth. There's two versions. There's the one which is simply a blood pressure monitor, and there's the one that I've got in my hands here which is also an ECG. ECG I believe stands for electrocardiogram. Now this is something that will track your heart rhythm and then tell you if you have a number of different issues, such as do you have an irregular heartbeat, is your heart beating too fast or is your heart beating too slow? Are there any other issues that it has there? Now, what I particularly like about this is that it is compatible with Apple Health. So all of the data that you take from your readings will be stored on your phone, which means if you ever do need to access medical services, it's all in one place. It can be exported to WhatsApp as well if you want to send it to your coach, or in the event that something's wrong, you need to send it to a cardiologist. As well as the Apple Health app, there is also a dedicated app for this ECG and blood pressure monitor, which is called ViHealth, so ViHealth. It's available in the App Store, and it's also available in the Android Store. I'll show you the process of downloading it here on my iPhone. Super simple, it's a free app, a couple of clicks and it was downloaded, and then once it's downloaded, very, very simple to get the Bluetooth connected. Now, what is pretty cool is that when you use the blood pressure monitor or the ECG while you've got the app open, it'll actually transfer that data in real time to the screen and show you your readings. So this morning I was 120/73. Which is pretty good. I think Rick said that's where we wanted to be. Now this is a single lead ECG, but it is compatible with multi-leads. What that means is that it takes one point of information, so one contact point, but you do have the option to use multiple leads, and I think that's why you put one on your chest and one on your arm, and I guess it gives you a more reliable piece of information. So if it identifies that there are issues, then you may want to look at doing the multi-lead option, but the one lead option should be good for giving you a quick overall assessment of your heart. On the blood pressure side, this measures your diastolic, I think I pronounced that right, and your systolic blood pressure, as well as your heartbeat, and again, it keeps all of that information in a handy, easy to use format. So let's do a little bit of an unboxing. Now, Welu is the brand that actually manufactured this, but it is very cool to see the Blood Labs branding on there as well. So let's have a look at what you get inside. So this is the monitor. You've got a start, stop button and a menu on there, and you've got that, which is your sleeve. And in here, you've got a charger cable for connecting to your computer or to your charge output. And I like that it is USB-C. There's nothing worse than opening something and finding a micro USB in there and thinking, oh God, this is old tech. This is up to date. And then you've also got the instruction guide in there. So you've got the user manual. You've got a 1-year warranty in there as well, and details of the website. And you've also got the quick start guide as well for taking your blood pressure. So, having had a quick read of the Quick Start Guide, it says you need to charge the unit before you use it. A full charge takes about 2 hours, and you can't use the device while it's charging, obviously. So what I'll do is I'll put this on the charge, and then we'll do my blood pressure. And there is a handy guide as well to how you're going to do it, including details of how to sit, because I think that's quite important on getting accurate and consistent readings. So, let's put it on charge. Yeah, around my face, looking like a fucking overgrown emo today. Okay, so we have our blood pressure and ECG monitor here. We've got the quick start instructions. I've given this a charge, so it's fully charged. So let's see what we've got to do. Rest for 5 minutes before taking any measurements. Well, apart from being animated for the purposes of this video, I've done fuck all today, so that should be fine. Remove tight-fitting clothing. Yeah, it's okay. And try to measure your blood pressure at the same time each day. Now, Rick did mention it's best to try and do this first thing in the morning if you can. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I haven't really achieved that goal, but I guess we'll see. Applying the arm cuff. Remove tight-fitting clothing. Do not place over thick clothes. So obviously don't do it over your jumper. I think anyone with half a brain cell will work that out, but it's nice that they put it in here. It makes it tank-proof. Wrap the cuff around the arm about 1 to 2 centimeters above the inside of the elbow, keeping the blood pressure monitor aligned with the middle finger. So let's give this a go. Now, I've been told that these blood pressure cuffs are big enough for even the likes of Mr. Josh Melee, which means they should be fine with me, because I'm just a little bit bigger than Josh. If it fits him, it should just about fit me. So you can see we've got that there, lined up nicely with the middle finger, and a centimeter or 2 above the elbow. Place your arm on a table so that the cuff is level with your heart. There we go. Power on the blood pressure monitor. There we go, long press. Press start, stop button on the blood pressure monitor. Oh, there we go. Nothing to even select, and that sound you can hear is the blood pressure monitor filling with air. During the measurement, you should keep still, do not squeeze the cuff. So this will now just run its thing, it takes about 30 seconds, and then it will come back down and tell me what my readings are. And then we can message Rick together and find out what he says about them, and what horrible things he says to me for asking. The numbers are going down, which presumably means I am extremely healthy. Okay, so let's have a look at this. What did we end up getting? So 132 over 74. Where's my phone? Let's give Rick a quick message. In fact, let's call him. Let's call him for the purposes of this video.
Hello.
Hi Rick, 132 over 74. What say you?
Pretty good.
So I'm not dying?
No, that's good. I mean, the 132 would be nice if it was closer to 120, but the second figure is the one that actually is the cause of mortality, and that's beautiful. That's lovely.
This is the nicest you've ever been to me. I've got you on speaker with the camera set up, recording it, because I assumed you would be terribly mean to me.
Well, yeah, but it's different when it's a health thing.
Oh, well, I mean,
So that's fine.
great content all the same. Bye, Rose! Well, that was ultimately very disappointing. That man must have a sixth sense. He's never been that nice to me the entire time I've known him. But there we go. So, the supplement review may be dying of all manner of other things, but it appears heart health is not one of them. But let's have a look at what the ECG has to say. Just because my blood pressure's fine doesn't mean we can't be dying of something else. So keep your fingers crossed. Okay, so I've had a look through the instructions for the ECG, and you have to do this against bare skin, and there's no point in me doing this off camera, so it's another excuse for me to get my titties out, which is wonderful news. So I've had a look through here, and what you have to do is turn it on, press the function button, cover that side with your palm, and then put it to your chest, and it should work. There's no electrical output from my heart. This is a little bit worrying. Measurement complete, unable to analyze. Okay. Why can't my heart work? So it appears that maybe I'm dying or am already dead. But it does work when I hold it in my hands. Oh, there's 4 methods you can do this, and only 2 of them require your shirt off. And one of them's holding it in your hands. So I'm going to take this as a sign from the universe that I need to put my shirt back on, and we'll cut there for a second. Okay, right, that's a lot more comfortable. So apparently you can also do this by just holding it in between your 2 hands. So I'm going to try that method. So turn it on, and then you press the function button, and then hold it in your 2 hands. Yeah, no, that's already working. And then hold it up so you can see on the screen. It starts tracking your... Oh, now it's beeping. Wait, why is it beeping? Am I dying? I don't think I'm dying. I feel like I'm not dying. I'm sure this is an entirely natural beeping. Although it is causing my heart rate to increase from 80 to 90. There we go! So despite having a heartbeat of 90 beats per minute, it does say regular ECG. So it seems that I have skirted death once again, despite years of stimulant abuse. We'll just have to wait back on the results of my updated liver enzyme tests to see whether that's going to take me out. But I think this is genuinely a great bit of kit. The idea of early detection is a great one. I think the idea of having all of your information stored in apps in your phone is a really good idea as well. I think that is especially true if you are taking PEDs, steroids, if you're taking very strong pre-workouts on a regular basis, keeping some eye on your heart and making sure that you get the earliest possible indications anything could be wrong could genuinely be a lifesaver. So I think that is a great investment. It's $89.99 for the version that has the ECG in, or I think it's $69.99 for the one that's just a blood pressure monitor. You can get them at Strom, you can get them at Subshack. There's a number of places that are going to start stocking them, so go check it out. I am definitely going to be using this moving forwards, and I'm keeping a closer eye on my heart health. I just want to say a big thank you to the guys for sending me one of these and for allowing me to be part of this. I'll see you guys in the next review. So just a little bonus note at the end to say why we might want to pay attention to blood pressure and to our heart rhythm. And that's because heart and circulatory diseases account for 1/4 of all deaths in the UK. That's more than 160,000 deaths a year, 460 deaths a day, or 1 every 3 minutes. There's about 7.6 million people living with heart or circulatory disease in the UK. Now what I'll do is I'll put some facts up from the British Heart Foundation as the background to this final voiceover, but just to give you an indication that high blood pressure or an irregular heartbeat can be an early indication of a bigger systemic issue or a bigger cardiac issue. And the earlier you can get these things addressed, the better chance you have of dealing with it in a way that isn't going to impact your life or ultimately potentially lead to your death. A little bit dramatic. This video could save your life. This monitor could save your life. Shouts to the guys at the Blood Lab out here saving lives. So we're going to end this video on that happy note. Hope you guys don't die of heart disease. Keep an eye on your heart.